about the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our episode 24 Hour Script. Let's get right into today's video. Holy cow. I can't even believe what we're going to go over today. We're going to review a video that only has 3,000 views. Creating a consumer-centric digital finance ecosystem. And this man right here, folks, is a big deal. It all connects to Ripple and XRP and the SEC. Long in the making, they're all in bed together, trying to create a level playing field and a financial inclusive world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. After you watch the full thing, you're gonna want to FOMO in and liquidate every stock that you have. I mean, if you have any stock, that's a big no-no right away, because we're going through a revolution right now where the crypto sector is gonna be flooded with trillions of dollars. And I recommend you guys revisit your investments if you guys have anything in the bank. Without further ado, let's get into the video. But first, for the next 24 hours, the XRP LED car door light is on sale, 50% off. Link in the description down below. When you guys open your door, the XRP logo just shines. When you guys close it, it shuts right off. But I have this personally on my car, and it is beautiful at nighttime. If you guys want to support the channel, link in the description down below. But if you don't even worry about it. For the next 24 hours, it's on sale. And let's get into it. National Bank of Georgia selected Ripple as key partner for a digital lottery project. Listen to this key part that was all the way at the bottom. Ripple has announced 5 pilot programs with governments and central banks in Bhutan, Palau, Montenegro, Colombia, and Hong Kong, and is in discussion with over 20 countries around the world, folks. These 20 countries haven't been announced yet. And I want to set the tone for today's video and play a clip from the CEO of Bank of America and also Swift. Listen carefully here. They're trying to connect every economy together, so there is no gaps between, so we could all communicate. So there is interoperability amongst the entire economies.
Interoperability of economies actually connect more than 200 countries, and particularly their payments and securities infrastructures with each other, always with financial institutions playing a front and center role.
The ability to enhance each other's understanding, the ability to connect the diverse economies, the 200 or so countries in the world, and make sure the payment system works for all different profiles of companies, the largest and most sophisticated and the most rural and small. And
these kind of videos that we go over, your average person doesn't watch this stuff. That is why there's only a small percentage of us. They can't sit here and listen to me. They don't have the patience. They only want 30-second videos. And this man right here, Michael, says that, which is absolutely crazy. It's shout out to Cypress for providing me this video. This man watches the whole video, sits for the 2 hours, and he timestamps at all of it. A beauty of a guy to follow. Let's keep it going. So, over 20 countries around the world, which hasn't been announced yet. And the DIFC announced a couple days ago, they gave the green light for XRP under its virtual assets regime, which is massive. It's really big because the DIFC has a close to 20-year track record of facilitating trade and investment flows across MEASA. The region comprises 72 countries with a combined population of around 3 billion people and a nominal GDP of approximately $8 trillion. And when we get into this video by Michael, listen to what he says here about just individuals that are basically set to the wrong algorithm and they're not going to be a part of this next revolution.
it's much more likely that they're not going to think about certain things. In fact, in that checklist of questions to ask when you're investing, we ask the question of who's writing these algorithms?
Who's writing these algorithms?
But all of that is just the beginning of becoming way. I mean, and this is, we talk about this, and we're very focused on algorithms and bringing financial services to the most vulnerable people in the world, the poor.
Yeah.
But these are the issues of our day. Think about your own lives. What you read, what you know, what you watch, what you buy, everything is increasingly determined by algorithms. Our lives are being taken over by so as a society, I think we have to really wrestle with these issues.
All these intelligent individuals know. As you guys could see, he worked at Citibank 9 years, and then also the SEC. And his company, Axion, released this back in 2020. Inclusive FinTech 50 launches 2020 edition to identify and elevate early stage fintechs driving financial inclusion and resilience. And guess who was here? Ripple. Ginger Baker, Senior Director of Product at Ripple. She's no longer with Ripple anymore, but at the time she was. And Ripple was the only crypto company over here. This is long in the making. And that is why even we have the Gates Foundation will use XRP and Ripple in its level 1 project. The level 1 project goes hand in hand with the Modular Foundation, another company. I call these kind of like a shell company. It's just weird how they have all these non-for-profits. But look at who's all here. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Google. Google was one of the first backers of Ripple. Of course, we have Singapore here, right? And then we have the Interledger Foundation.
But having the combination of ILP with XRP, we think that's kind of the killer formula.
And the level 1 project proposes a new low-cost payment system that supports inclusive, interoperable digital payments. And also, their whole plan is to achieve a level playing field. And even we have Michael saying level playing field, that's what they're trying to achieve on record. Take a listen.
Than it did back then. In that world, microfinance and financial inclusion were the same. Today, you've got banks, you've got fintechs, you've got microfinance institutions, you've got mobile network operators, you've got payment companies, you've got so many more people competing.
An ecosystem.
Which is good. It's how we're going to actually create a financially inclusive world. But to regulate that, to create a level playing field, you can no longer do certifications. You really need regulation, and it's super complicated. I have enormous sympathy for regulators. I was a regulator for several years. It's really, really hard to stay ahead of technology that is moving so fast.
And you hear that last part? It's really hard to stay with a technology that's moving so fast. And that is why the SEC went after Ripple and its digital asset XRP. And it is 100% confirmed that Ripple and XRP were targeted. And then of course, we have Ryan Zagone, David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse.
How we're going to actually create a financially inclusive world, but to regulate that, to create a level playing field.
And then we're creating a level playing field across all the cryptos.
Used as a sort of universal bridge. And blockchains are what provide that level playing field. So that
the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized. A level playing field.
The bank is leveling the playing field between old and new.
Most efficient, fair and global way as possible, and that implies clearly a level playing field.
Been losing hundreds of billions of dollars with the European Union, and we just want it to be a level playing field.
Making U.S. companies competitive. We need to create a level playing field.
Exactly the issue we need to address with what you called level playing field.
Whatever we do, we create a level playing field.
But there also has to be a level playing
all are trying to achieve a level playing field. But it goes even further back, just to show you guys some more evidence. This article back from 2016, where Michael had put his thoughts into the Financial Inclusion Challenge of 2016. Affordability to all, financial services for all, public good for all. And at the same time, we had the IMF staff discussion notes back in 2016, and Ross Lacow was here. Ross Lacow, the famous dude that sat right beside Brad Garlinghouse when he was asked,
IMF, do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe
the IMF.
I should take what the IMF is going to do. I think we stunned Ross into silence with that one.
For that to happen, okay, under the current legal framework, some country would have to use a crypto asset as its currency.
And he didn't know how to answer it. It made him very uncomfortable because they know these individuals are years ahead. They're years ahead. They don't plan day to day. They already know what's going to happen 20 years from now. But they go through little stages at a time. They even said, listen to this part. The paper begins by explaining what VCs are and how they work. It then examines key features and related developments in distributed ledger technologies underlying decentralized VCs, along with their potential use for financial development and financial inclusion, of course. And you see how this is number 6 right here? Take a look at this. They give an example, and it's Ripple from the IMF. Long in the making. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. In this video, of course, facts, all facts. And the last 2 videos we uploaded about Elon Musk. Think what you want of it. Don't think Gematria is real. That's totally okay. But sooner or later, when XRP starts, hitting double digits, triple digits, people are going to scratch their head and look for the next coin. XRP it's already going to be priced out for regular individuals. Imagine paying $50 for half an XRP. Okay, imagine even paying $5 for half an XRP. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys want to support the channel, like I said, the XRP LED Cardor Lite, 50% off for the next 24 hours. Link in the description down below. And we will be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.